chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Synergy Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
I'm David Burrell. Thank you for being with us. Haley Henson, our studio coordinator. Caleb Brozick handling the video, and it is wonderful to have you with us to get this new season started. Pier 10 and 11 last year fell in the Sodax 16 at Sioux Falls Jefferson. But a lot of that team is back with a lot of senior leadership. And in fact, 3 of those start. Remington Price, Reese Terwilliger, Avery Kaiser. They'll be counted on for a lot. You'll hear about Maya Shorter off the bench, no doubt. But other players, Lennox Dupree, and we're looking forward to telling you about the good change for Lennox Dupree in the offseason. And, of course, Ryan Berry, the other starter who was so steady, but you'll see we'll have Elise Christofferson coming off the bench. But head coach Kirk Bebout thinks he has a team capable of very good things in this 22-23 season, and a most interesting addition to his staff. The top assistant JV coach is none other than Terry Becker, who of course led the Governors to a boys state championship and a runner-up finish after sitting out of coaching for a year. He is back, and he was telling me that the first time I've been an assistant in 20 years. I had to get used to it again. But if you know about Terry Becker, you know he will stress defense, and he will look, as will Kirk Bebout, for the Governors to play a good, strong defensive game. Stevens, first year for Adam Dannenbring, the former Stanley County head coach. What a season they had a year ago, 20-5, making it all the way to the AA title game before losing to the O'Gorman Knights. They got their season started on this floor with a 71-29 victory over Douglas on Tuesday. A lot of the core of that state finalist team gone, but one thing that hasn't changed, they're going to try to really pick up the tempo, and they will shoot from the outside, and those shots started falling from the second quarter on in that victory over Douglas on Tuesday. So that's how it starts tonight. Rapid City Central tomorrow over on Mount Rushmore Road for the Governors, but we're Harold Hire Gymnasium tonight. And this is the Pottsabah Agency State Farm pregame. Becky Pottsabah, State Farm Insurance, and Pierre and Gregory, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Coming up, our keys to success. You'll hear from both head coaches, and also on the way for you, we'll have the starting lineups and the law on the court a little later on, but next we'll take a look around AA basketball. We're in Rapid City for the Pierre Governors and the Stevens Raiders. Girls basketball underway for Pierre for the new season. We'll continue in 3 minutes on the official voice of Governor Basketball, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
With offices in Pierre and Gregory. From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Dakota Storm Roofing. It's a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Hey, DQ fans, celebrate the holidays with a DQ cake. Bring your faves something that's sure to put a smile on their faces. The signature fudge and crunch center surrounded by the world-famous DQ soft serve. It's the perfect way to brighten up a snowy workday, family get-together, or just because. I mean, it's all the goodness of your favorite DQ treats in shareable cake form. I'm getting hungry just reading this. To be totally honest, this year, grab a DQ cake. Only a DQ. Happy tastes good.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress. Paid training will be provided. Part-time wages start at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE extension 2. That's 833-605-5483 extension 2 and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Oh, it is good to have basketball back, and it begins for the Pierre Governors tonight. Thank you for joining us. We are at Carroll Tire Gymnasium, Stevens High School in Rapid City. Let's take a look around AA basketball. Quite a few AA teams have already begun their seasons. Washington, Huron, Gorman, and as we mentioned, the Stevens Raiders won their openers. Lincoln has already played twice. They're 1-1. They beat Yankton late last week. Brandon Valley, Douglas are 0-1 to start the season. Yankton 0-2. Huron defeated Yankton on Tuesday night, 50-39, and that was in Yankton. And there were games last night in AA girls basketball as well, including O'Gorman winning their opener over Brandon Valley 54-41, and in Sioux Falls it was Washington defeating Lincoln. That final was 53-25. Out in this part of the world, Belle Fourche against Spearfish. That game should be in the second half by now. Harrisburg hosting Yankton tonight. Mitchell is at Huron. In Gillette, Wyoming, St. Thomas More. I don't know why that's on the AA page. Pardon me. Roosevelt and Jefferson played in Sioux Falls at Roosevelt tonight. Watertown's opener is against Brookings at the Watertown Civic Arena. And Rapid City Central is hosting Aberdeen Central. As you know, the Governors go to Central tomorrow, and Aberdeen Central will come here. Now, in boys action, the Governors are at the Riggs High Gym to start their season, and that is against Rapid City Stevens. And Brian has that game, of course, on River 92.7. Don't forget live and archive video of this game at the KGFX page, of the boys game at the River 92.7 page. And in fact, this is the first night of boys AA play. We'll let you know about other games as the evening moves along. This is the Possible Agency State Farm pregame show. We are in Rapid City. Pierre Governors, the Stevens Raiders. Our keys to success are next. We'll begin them with Stevens head coach Adam Dannenbring in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governor basketball, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility? Considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. Registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Your cancer care should be as unique as you are. At Avera Breast Center, our team of experts create a treatment plan that will work best for your type of cancer, using the latest screening, radiation, and surgical techniques. You also have access to holistic approaches to help with side effects, and a 24/7 call center for answers to your cancer questions when you need them. Learn more at avera.org/breast or by calling 855-697-2592.
Hey Santa, where are you going to be this weekend?
Ho, ho, ho! I'll be at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 5. Stop in, tell me what you want for Christmas, and get a picture with me. Ho, ho, ho!
And there'll be a hot chocolate bar and other goodies too.
That's this Saturday afternoon from 1 to 5 at Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. Come see me, Santa, Ho, ho, ho!
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Access Health, Fort Pierre, welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health, Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care. That's the Agency State Farm pregame here at Carolina Gymnasium in Rapid City. And let's have our keys to success. Head coach Kirk Bebout of the Governors, as we say in just a moment. But good to again visit with Adam Dannebrink, former Stanley County head coach, starts his second year as head coach of the Stevens Raiders. And what a first year, my goodness. A team that not many will.
We have 3 college basketball players and then another college track athlete with your 6 seniors. It's a pretty good situation for me to come in. A little bit different than what I took over at Stanley County, for sure. It's a different program, but both places, good kids, and it was a good journey last year for sure.
Well, as it happens in high school athletics, you lost, really, you mentioned all the college players, you lost the core of that team. You've got a few back, and you've had one game, as we've mentioned, under your belt. You ended up pulling away in the second half. And we were talking a little bit before we started recording about, we got to be careful about the defense we play. And that's kind of how it was for a lot of the first half in that game against Douglas for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were super aggressive, and we got in foul trouble. And when we get in foul trouble, the other team can rest. We have to sub. We can't run. And, that's the thing that I think this team is really good at is just getting out in transition and pushing the pace, and if you get in foul trouble, you can't do that.
I'm not going to say you pull Westhead and take the first shot, you see, but you did, and especially in the second quarter on the other night. You had the pace the way you wanted it. That had to be satisfying.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think part of that, too, is you just kind of wore Douglas down a little bit, but that was that game, and now we're on to a much more senior-laden, strong, physical, pure team. So a different challenge tonight for sure.
Yeah, this is a team that they're confident that they can do a lot, and after you saw them, this team really evolved. But you talked about, especially the inside play they have. How much of a challenge do you feel that'll be for your team?
Yeah, I mean that's. Probably in this game, that's probably the number one key for us is being able to defensive rebound against them. That's the thing that scares me the most. I mean, our tallest girl that plays a lot is 5'9". So I mean, we're not very tall. We're going to have to do a very good job of being in weak side help and just getting our body on their post, and then we have to be able to box out the backside. And that's we've been stressing that in practice. That's probably the key to our 3 big keys to our season is defensive rebounding, running in transition, and just making some open looks.
And you talk about the backside, that's where Price can come in. If Terwilliger or Kaiser aren't doing things, they'll get it out to Remy, and you know how she can shoot.
Yep, she's a fantastic shooter. Like, she scored a bunch of points on us last year, and shows she's definitely one of the keys to our defensive success tonight is trying to, keep her from getting hot. Hopefully, first game jitters for her. She'll maybe miss a few, that'd be okay. But we'll see how the game goes.
Well, we'll talk about keys, and we'll make it general for you. What from not only the first few games, but for all season. What are going to be your keys for your team? You hope to get back to where they got to a year ago.
For us to get back to where we were at the year before, we're going to have to make a lot of shots. I mean, we're going to have to make a lot of threes. We're going to beat teams probably in much higher scoring games. Because I just don't think that. Defensively, we're not as long and strong maybe as we were last year, but we're very quick. So defensive rebounding is going to be a huge key, and then playing defense without fouling. If we get in foul trouble, You know, like we're going to have to bring some freshmen off the bench, which is, you know, which it can be good and bad. You know, you never know with these young ladies. So, you know, just I think those are the real keys for our season this year.
It's Adam Dannenberg, the head coach of the Stevens Raiders. Good to see you again. Thanks for the time. Best of luck tonight and all season.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're about ready to go right now.
All right, go get him. Thank you. It's Adam Dannenberg, the head coach of the Stevens Raiders. And coming up on the Possible State Farm pregame, we'll continue our keys to success with Governor head coach Kirk Bebout. More from Rapid City in 3 minutes. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. All sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Lynn's Dakota Mart prides itself on their fresh produce, high-quality meats, and bakery goods. Grab some Caribou coffee while you shop, too. Lynn's Dakota Mart features a nice selection of beer, wines, and liquor. Stop at Dakota Mart Gas and save up to 20 cents per gallon every day. Take care of your prescription needs at Lynn's Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Thrifty, local, convenient. Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood market.
This Governor Sports Moment is being brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Kevin Keys set a record that most Governor wrestlers will fall short of. Keys graduated as the all-time leading winner in Governor wrestling history and won 3 state championships. His 220 wins and 122 pins are Governor wrestling records. Kevin Keys, truly one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Guestway customers can now experience fun at a whole new level with All Subs brand products like hearty and delicious, world-famous All Subs burritos and All Subs chimneys. All Subs brand products now available at Yesway. Yesway. Say yes to convenience.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Thinking about winter vacation, it's time to book your flights from Pierre Regional Airport through United.com or American Airlines. If traveling to Denver, schedule your flight at DenverAirConnection.com. The morning flight leaves at 8:20, allowing you to connect to the majority of continued flights. Avoid the crowds, enjoy no driving, and free parking when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. 50 passenger jets and a 1-hour direct flight to Denver. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport.
Agency State Farm pregame continues here in Rapid City, and our keys to success continue as Kirk Bebout begins his 3rd season as head coach of the Pierre Governors. When we first talked last Saturday, you and your team were both pretty upbeat. Saw that in what you said, saw that in the scrimmage you had. How much do you think that's kept up in the work this week?
Well, I think we've been doing a good job making sure that we have all of our bases covered. You know, it's a lot to go through in a short amount of time, and you just don't, these first games are always weird, and you never know exactly what to expect, and there's always some, working out process that needs to be done, so that's kind of nerve-wracking always, especially when you're going on the road and playing a good team. So, I think, anything that, could come up, we've at least discussed and went over and practiced, so feel good about that. Now it's just a matter of, going out there and actually playing basketball. So it's not, you go over a lot of X's and O's stuff and things that can happen, but at the end of the day, it's about playing basketball and being aggressive and making plays. So hopefully we're ready to do that tonight.
And you're in a game situation. I mean, that's the first time since last March you're in a game situation. I mean, it's nothing that these girls aren't going to pick up on like that, but still you haven't done it in a while, and that's always a challenge in the first game of the year, isn't it?
Oh, it is for every win. So, but you gotta fight through that, and you gotta, try to find ways to continue to make plays and finish plays and do what you got to do to try to win a ball game.
You have a senior-laden team. You have plenty of experience on this floor. You've got plenty of seniors in the starting lineup. Reese, of course, is a junior, but every year coaches talk about, and you do all the time. You have in the 3 years I've known you, senior leadership. Boy, you've got a lot of that on this team.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have girls that have played, been playing for a lot of years now. So that is nice. I mean, we were pretty young last year, and now they got that experience. So having that, we talked about going over things, that really helps, and they've already done those things before, and they've been in these situations. So, it just helps. There's only so many things you can coach. You can't really coach the experience and the things that they learn just through that experience. So, yeah, that's a nice asset to have for sure.
Stevens has played one game. They beat Douglas earlier this week, and we've mentioned that. And they got to the point where, and they did to some extent in the game last year, which happens to be Coach Danderming's first game at his new program, where they did kind of the same thing the other night. They want to keep that pace up, and they'll take the shots they see pretty fast.
Oh yeah, it's going to be. We better get back on defense. We better be ready to do the next best thing and go back and forth, because they really like to push. They want to score as soon as they can, and they're going to press. They don't want to play defense very long, so they want a high-paced game, which is fine with us too. But we got to make sure that we're ready to go back and forth, and especially get back on defense and make them run some offense rather than get wide open looks right away. So that's going to be a challenge, because first game, that's one of the things girls got to our kids got to adjust to, is it doesn't stop. It's not there's not a pause in between points or things like that. So you gotta transition from one thing to the next, and really in basketball, whoever does that the best is usually who wins. So it's definitely going to be a challenge.
I certainly believe you, and you're correct when you say a fast pace won't bother you, but I'll bet you if this game was in the 40s, that probably wouldn't bother you either.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, I think we have the type of team that we can play a lot of different styles, and if you look at the matchup, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that we have more of an advantage inside and trying to get to the rim. So while we want to play with pace, we're probably a little different than Stevens in that we're not looking necessarily just to take the first shot. We maybe can get a better one at times. So, and that takes a little bit of work too. So, we're going to have to make sure that we're focused and poised and continue to make the right plays despite the fast pace.
Well, glad to be back at it. I know you are too. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you in the post game, and thank you as always.
All right, thanks for all you do.
Thank you. Head coach Kurt Bebout coming up. The starting lineups and the law on the court in the Ponce Agency State Farm pregame from Rapid City. Pierre to open its girls' season against Stevens. More in 3 minutes on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right? Yeah, right. And I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free. Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig. This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
This fall, take some time to think about your future. While the leaves make their way down to earth, and the last sunset of summer leaves us with an autumn chill, it's time to grab the nearest foam finger and break up a face paint. Rush the stands with First Dakota National Bank and forget how to blink. All sports are back with jaw-dropping plays, an electric atmosphere, and epic scores. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open your account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. May Adam Law Firm's skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, or personal injury. May Adam Law Firm is able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future, too. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm of Pierre, since 1881.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting has quality electricians with decades of experience. They offer dependable installation, commercial and residential construction, or day-to-day service. Whether you're looking for new construction or remodeling existing buildings or homes, contact your full-service electrical contractor, Nystrom Electric. Visit their website, nystromelectric.com, or call them for estimates on your next project at 605-224-8750. Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre.
Tackle your questions about purchasing your home with someone that has a passion for success. Hi,
I'm Sean Looms, mortgage loan officer with American Bank of Trust. Whether you are buying, building, or refinancing, I will help coach you through every step of your American dream. I will keep you informed through the entire buying process and help you find the best product for your home goals. Send me an email, give me a call, or visit me at our Pierre location and get started with your American dream. Member, FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Attorney General Mark Vargo here, reminding you what your rights are when somebody knocks on your door to sell you something. Whether it's at your home or at your business, they are required to give you a 3-day right to cancel or give you a 100% money-back guarantee. With fall and winter fast approaching, our door-to-door salespeople are making a last-ditch effort to make their sales. If you've encountered this type of sale and have questions or concerns, please reach out to my Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Well, here we go. A brand new season for the Pierre Governor girls getting underway tonight. And our next item of business on the Ponce State Farm pregame is our starting lineups. They're brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, and they're in the community to serve. Remington Price, the 4-year player for this team, 5'7" senior, leading scorer on this club a year ago, 12.5 points, 2.7 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 2.3 steals, and 39 more three-pointers, has her third in the history of this program. We'll watch that, of course, closely all season. Lennox Dupree, the 5'6" sophomore, and Lennox has put on a little bit of muscle in the offseason, too. Looks pretty sharp. 5 points, 3.8 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 2.1 steals a game a year ago, and she hit 13 three-pointers. Ryan Barry, the 5'8" junior, kind of a do-it-all player on the wing for the Governors a year ago. 6.7 points, 2.9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.9 steals, and she hit 22 three-pointers. In the post, pretty good tandem here. Junior 5'11" Reese Terwilliger, 9.4 points, 6.7 rebounds a game last year, but also an assist and a half and 1.3 steals per game. And then there's Avery Kaiser, the 6-foot senior, the future Northern State volleyball player, 9.4 points, 6.2 rebounds a year ago, 2.6 assists, 2.5 steals, and she hit 13 threes. Avery Kaiser counted on as one of the leaders of this team and counted on to do a lot again. Kurt Bebout begins his third season as Governor's head coach. His record is 18-24, and Terry Becker, Charisse Blanchette, and Jeff Schleckerway are his assistants. That's the Pierre Governor starting lineup. The Montana Dakota Utilities Stevens Raiders starting lineup from Rapid City in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, Ray, and I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free. Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig. This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
Well, as we referred to earlier, a lot of the core of last year's state finalist team for the Stevens Raiders graduated, but here's how they start in this game. Sophomore Brittany Jones, she is 5'6". Haley Oswald was part of that team last year. She's a senior now at 5'7". She scored 9 against Douglas on Tuesday night. Talia Porter, who played quite a bit as a freshman, remember a big breakout game for her in the game in Pierre a year ago, and she had 20 points and 7 rebounds in the opener against Douglas, the 5'8" sophomore.
Isabel Higgins, the 5'9" junior, in the post draws a start tonight, and Macy Wathen, also on that team of a year ago for Stevens, the 5'9" senior, 12 points in the opener against Douglas. Gabby Love, who started the other night and scored 11, the senior will come off the bench tonight. Adam Dannenbring, the former Stanley County head coach, begins his second season as the head coach of the Stevens Raiders. His record now at 21-5. And those are the Montana Dakota Utilities starting lineups.
Well, you've heard from the good folks of the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, and they always present the law on the court. Tonight's officials, Dave Burnett, Amber Sierra, and Robert Lehman. The law on the court brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Pierre in the road. Black uniforms, emerald green numerals and letters in white trim with the green piping. Stevens wearing their home white uniforms with the blue numerals and letters, blue piping on an angle on the sides that come to the front legs of both shorts. Raiders above the block print number on the front. Pierre written in script above the number on the front of the Governors Road black uniforms. Remember, you can watch it at the KGFX page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. And as you view it, Pierre will shoot at the bucket to your left in this first half, and Stevens to your right. They are underway at the Rigside Gym. In fact, they're at halftime. Last report in boys action. Good start for the Governors. Good first 16 minutes. They're leading Stevens by a score of 31-19. Take a guess who the leading scorer. All right, you got a couple of guesses at this. Could be Jackson Edmond. It's Lincoln Canals. He scored 15 in the first half in the first game of his senior year. Now, tomorrow afternoon, Rapid City Central's Cobblers come to the Rigside Gym for game number 2. Brian will have that for you in River 92.7 at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow afternoon. Remember, our airtime is 1:30 from here in Rapid City over at Central High School at Nash Gym tomorrow for Game 2 of the brand new season for the Governor girls against the Rapid City Central Cobblers, who have a new head coach, of course, and we'll go into more of this tomorrow. Of course, Alan Bertram, our buddy, left for a great opportunity for him to take the Mount Marty Lancers women's head coaching job. So Josh Mock, the former Aberdeen Central assistant, now runs the Central Cobblers. That's tomorrow. The Governors get it going here tonight against the Stevens Raiders. I love all sports I call, but my gosh, I'm an Indiana kid. I just love basketball, and it is great to get it going for the new season, especially for a team that has a fairly lofty goal. Let's be honest about this. The Governors, they've had a little bit of a drought as far as the state tournament appearances. It's been 2017. They got to one step from that last year. They feel they can take that next step with a senior-driven club this year. That's our Becky Pottseva State Farm pregame show. Stay tuned. The season opener is coming next. The Pierre Governors and the Rapid City Stevens from Carroll Higher Gymnasium in Rapid City. We'll be back with it in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governor Basketball, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Flip your loan, lower your payment with great rates from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. This is Jody. Now is the time to refinance your vehicle or a recreational vehicle with rates as low as 2.3%. Plus, no payments for 90 days and $75 cash after finalization. Come see us on North Garfield Avenue at Northridge Plaza. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Taking care of your vehicles since 1980, TMA and Pierre has been serving Central South Dakota for over 42 years, and the Ultimate Tire Store has new owners. Bruce and Brenda Lounsbury, TMA employee for 30 years, has purchased TMA. You can still expect quality service and products from your hometown-owned business. Tires, mufflers, alignment, oil changes, brakes. Call 605-224-6167. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. TMA, next to Northridge Plaza in Pierre.
Health, happiness, and home. Hi, this is Tara Sunshine of Kathy Sunshine Properties. Purchasing or selling a home can be the largest investment you make. I invite you to choose our team to help you with the process. For over 48 years, our office has been successfully serving the buyers and sellers of the Pierre-Port Pierre area with our professional service. It is our goal to provide you with superior service. Contact me, Tara Sunshine, at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588.
The Lariat Lanes in Pierre is your family fun center, with leagues for all ages starting up now for bowling, pool, and darts. Stop on out and get signed up. With bumper bowling, the new sink scoring, and a full service snack bar, there's no better place for your kids' birthday parties or family get-togethers. And sports fanatics view all your favorite games, including the NFL Sunday Ticket, coming to the Cactus Lounge. Never complain that there's nothing to do. Come on out to your family fun center, the Lariat Lanes on the Truck Bypass in Pierre.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in Central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at
Hey, it's Yo Top Gator here with Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Ready for something new and out of the normal pizza world? Hop on out and try Gators' new Peachy Serrano Chicken Pizza, an aromatic bouquet of sweet peaches, an amazing flavorful spices carry-out, or curbside pickup, or delivery through DoorDash. Gators Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this night for a while. So have the Pierre Governor girls, who are being introduced right now. Good things. And again, we talk about Terry Becker being on this team's play for 1 year. And you know that they're going to concentrate on defense. Well, they've got a pretty good defensive team. Now, it's Douglas on Monday night. We are just about set for the opening tip of tonight's game, and that's brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. We'll hear from those good folks, be back in 30 seconds, and get this season started on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Lynn's Store, the freshest and best quality in the area. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Their friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For any gathering, large or small, Lynn's Dakota Mart is there for you. Specky, local, and convenient.
Teams are on the floor. We're just about ready, but one more thing we better do right here before they start coming after me. Let's pause for station 103.1 FM, KGFX Pierre, K26676 GT, 103.1 FM, Fort Pierre. Remington Price, Lennox Dupree, Ryan Berry, Rich Weather, Avery Kaiser for Pierre, Brittany Jones, Haley Oswald, Talia Porter, Isabel Higgins. First possession of the new season begins to Stevens, bucket to our right. Talia Porter into dual possession, which will go to Pierre. So a rebound right away, but to gain the Governors the ball. Stevens, you may remember from a year ago, they'll press whenever they can. They are here. Looks for a weave, bounce to Kaiser, nearly fell on the right elbow. Elaine's able to maintain her balance. On orange shoes. I think you can see him from space, but Lennox didn't have a very good angle there. But Pierre's going to press two as Stevens in. Bad pass taken away by Remington Price. Pierce in the front court. Hey, Stevens throws the ball away. On the other end, their second turnover, and the Governors have the season's first lead. Still 5-6, but, well, not Price. Double team on her. Right lane. Drives. Counted with a foul. Remington Price just skipped right. Macy Wathen with the foul. Pretty good start in the first minute, 18. She tries to make it 6-0 for Pierre with 6:42 left in the first, and she's good. In fact, the Governors, right alley, right corner. Oswald drives, fouled. Well, good drive on the right block. Reese Terwilliger foul on Pierre, and Haley Oswald, one of the players who was part of that Stevens title team last year, hits the first. Here, Beck Motors, Rinky Gray, Wealth Management, and American Bank and Trust. They're both good for Oswald. Stevens is on the board. Pierre leads 6-2 than the last time the Governors were here. That's not a pleasant memory, but I do have to report it. Here is a elbow jump with some big time hustle right there with the offensive board. And it is 8-2 turnover on Stevens. A little bit of a ragged start for them the other night, but I'll tell you, part of the reason each team had 9 team fouls at the end of the first. We'll talk more. Kaiser, left wing lob to Price, still 17 to shoot, 5:35 in the first, 8-2 Pierre. Great start for the Governors. The ball had come off her hand. She tried to regain it, knowing she could not dribble again, and lost touch of it out of bounds. Second Pierre turnover. Maced by Oswald, haven't hit a field goal yet. Ball lost and picked up by Terwilliger into the front court. Here's a drive, left block. Kaiser knocked down and fouled. Stevens' fourth turnover. It'll turn into a couple of free throws for AB. First on Isabel Higgins. Here's Avery Kaiser at the line. 65% a year ago. 9-2 Pierre. One more. Good again. Kaiser left lane line, lobbed it left wing Oswald. Here comes a three off the left rim, up there for the rebound, Ryan Berry. Major advantage, or it can be. Kaiser, left wing to Dupree at 4:44 in the first. Pierre is up 8. They haven't beat. And Kaiser threw it out of bounds.
Barry did not cut to the corner in the opener for Adam Dannenbring-Stevens' team in the win over Douglas. She started the other night. She did not tonight. First game of the year for everybody. Wathen down low to Love. Left baseline. Nearly lost. Is able to dish it to front court Pierre. Price, open three. Short this time. Terwilliger couldn't hang on to the board. They'll battle for that as it comes to the floor. Cindy Tedrow comes in for the Governors, the 5'8" swing player, the senior. 2.2 points. We're awfully glad to have you with us tonight. Remember, watch it at the KGFX page. Jones up top, bring it on the right wing to Porter. Porter to the right lane line, drove and fouled. They want the ball in her hands. There's no doubt about it. She probably will be their best scorer all year. Ryan Berry with this foul is her first and the Governors' second.
Second team foul. At the line to shoot two, number 3.
Oswald made a couple of free throws a moment ago. Those are still the only points for Stevens with 3:50 left in the first. Pierre leads 10-2. First of two for Porter here. She's good. Governor Basketball on KGFX is brought to you by Overhead Door, Yesway, DEQ, Brittany Shufflebite Agency, Pure Regional Airport, Bank West, and Nystrom Electrical Contracting. One more for the senior Talia Porter. That's good. Stevens is a fourth line for all their points. 10-4 Pierre at 3:48 first quarter. Good buddy. Dupree met by Jones as she crosses the timeline. Top of the right wing, a lob from Barry to Terwilliger. Foul from behind. Again, this could be an advantage for Pierre in this game. You heard Adam Dannenbring and their keys to success talk about it. They might have a hard time handling Pierre's post players with the players that mostly play none over 5'9". Reese Terwilliger had a bucket a moment ago. She has 2 shots here at the foul line. She was a 67% foul shooter last year. First of 2 short. With pink shoes, 2 shades of pink. Brian Oakland has labeled these the Frankenberry shoes. If you're old enough to remember Frankenberry's cereal, the cereal was the darker pink. The marshmallow was the lighter pink. Those are the shoes of Reese Terwilliger. We had to explain it to her. She was a little befuddled by it. But anyway, she hit the second. It's 11-4 Pierre, 3:32 first quarter. Porter for Stevens at the bucket to our right. Around a Higgins pick. Now a spinning dribble by Wathen. Left elbow of the lane. Down the middle. Price got a hand on it, or did they?
Jump ball.
Yeah, they call Price not with a foul, but it ends up being a dual possession, and it ends up being Pierre's ball. That is some kind of defensive play by Remington Price. Gives the Governors the basketball back. Wouldn't let her take the shot. Left wing Sid Tedrow for Pierre. Tries to drive left side. Jones cut her off. Dupree on the right side for Barry, but Ryan took steps. Fourth turnover on Pierre. Now, again, a point about as Pierre will press on this inbound first as it comes into Porter. Now Barry will back off. Officials have been told this year, make sure and clean up the play inside and call hand checks, they've been told. 3 on the right side is missing by Jones. Tedrow rebounds for Pierre. And they've been told, you see a hand check, you call it. We may hear a lot of whistles. Dupree with a jumper short. Terwilliger offensive board on the right side of the block. Back out front to Tedrow. Left wing, Barry. Right corner, Dupree. Three's coming off the brace of the rim. Jones rebounds this time for Stevens, and the Raiders want to push it. Down the left alley. Glass on the right side for Love. Into the right corner for Macy Wathen. Left a baseline shot short, gained her own rebound, fouled by Dupree. So Lennox. Ooh, that's 2. Now, a good club, not the deepest team, Pierre. They can go 8 or 9 deep, but they don't want Dupree or anybody else in some foul trouble, and Lennox has a couple. Stevens is still looking for their first field goal. All 4 at the line for them, now all 5 as Wathen hits the first. And here comes Maya Shorter into the game to get Dupree out of there. Reese Terwilliger with a rest 2 for Pierre.
Number 11, Finley Love. Number 13, Claire Fierro.
Claire Fierro has come into the game for Stevens. Claire started the other line. She's a 5'8 senior. Finley Love, a freshman, 5'5 into the Stevens lineup, 2 for Adam Dannenbring. Wathen has one more. It's too long. Who's going to run that rebound down? It's going to be Stevens, and it's going to be Finley Love in the corner. Out to Porter. Double team, pass left wing. Here comes a Wathen 3, too long. They still haven't hit a field goal. Tedrow with a rebound. They're 0 for 7 and 0 for 4 on threes. Pierre up 11-5. 2 minutes left first quarter. Pass shorter off the bank from about 7 feet in the left side of the lane. Good after a good setup. Maya Shorter has her first 2. Her role might be expanded a bit. 13-5. Pierre at 150 in the first. Finley Love for Stevens. Off a screen. Down the right lane line. Fierro misses. Shorter rebound. Still no field goals for Stevens. They're 0 for 8. Pierre with Shorter, right lane line. Nobody on her! And bounced it in off the bank. And a timeout for Stevens head coach Adam Dannenbring. And the Governors are blazing in the first 6.5 minutes. We'll take 30 right here. 1:34 in the first, and a Integra timeout. Pierre 15, Stevens 5. Back in 30 on KGFX.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
A double-digit lead for Pierre in the first quarter at Stevens. 15-5, a minute 34 left. They're 5 of 8 shooting. Stevens is 0 of 8. The Governors have not beaten Stevens in nearly 7 years, and it was here, February 16, 2016. Governors won 66-62. Last year, a Stevens win, 61-50 at the Riggs High Gym. Remember the last time here, as we mentioned, that Sodex 16 game in March of 21. Stevens won 49-34 after leading at 1.29-1. The start much different for Pierre tonight. And Adam Dannenbring has got to be saying to his team at this point, shot selection's got to be better, ladies. Into Finley Love, 1:30 in the first, Pierre by 10. Stevens at the bucket to our right. Pass deflected, but still came to Macy Wathen, guarded by Sid Tedrow. Between the circles, spin dribble, handed off to Love. Top of the circle, Finley stops in the old circle, hands it to Fierro. Still 16 on the shot clock. Right corner, Oswald for Porter. They got to have the ball in her hand. She dished it on the left wing to Love. Her 3 is missing. But the offensive board by Fierro. New shot clock. Drive to the left baseline is good for Finley Love. And at last, 7 minutes in, the first bucket for Stevens, who trails 15-7. 48 seconds first quarter. Dupree to Price for Kaiser, right elbow, only drives and is fouled. And Kaiser just saw a little bit of an opening, but that's all Avery needed. Well, Oswald was there and Fierro was there. It's Haley Oswald with the foul. Her first and team foul number 4. Kaiser at the line. She hit a couple of free throws a moment ago. And she'll have 2 more here. The first coming with 40.9 in the first is short. Sports marketing sponsors who help bring you Governor basketball, River 92.7 on 1060 103.1 KGFX2. What station are you on, David? Delta Dental, Maher Law Office, Olinger Law Firm, Red Rosa, First Dakota National Bank, Kathy Sunshine Properties, and the Pierre Area Chamber of Commerce. One more for Kaiser. This is off the rim. And bringing in the rebound is Claire Fierro, her second for Stevens. 15-7, Pierre 34 in the first. Seconds, that is. 5 more on shot clock, game clock, then shot clock. Drive in the right lane is off the rim by Love. Terwilliger, who's back in there, regained the rebound for Pierre. Stevens is 0 of 9 from the floor. 18 seconds in the first. Shot clock's off. Barry being hounded by Oswald near the center circle. She's got to get rid of it. And a timeout by head coach Kirk Bebop. That was close to a 5 count. It's a 30. It's an Agtegra timeout. 10.8 in the first. Pierre 15 and Stevens 7. We're back in 30 seconds on KGFX.
don't need to be afraid of all those upcoming holiday expenses. Oahe Federal Credit Union's holiday loan special is back. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at 7% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where we treat you like you own the place, because you do.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
An Extegra timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Extegra cooperative today. So head coach Kurt Beebe out of Pierre using that first timeout to prevent a turnover. 10.8 as it's inbounded from Barry into the middle of the lane. A turnaround by Terwilliger. Over a double team is no good. Wathen the rebound. 4 seconds. 3. Front court right wing Oswald 2-1. A block hole, and then Kaiser followed through with a foul. Avery didn't think so, but a couple of free throws coming here for Oswald after Kaiser's second foul. First free throw is good for Haley Oswald. Well, Stevens has been good at the line. They're 6 for 7. 15-8 Pierre. They say it was, she was shooting a 3, so she has 3 free throws here. She hit the second. Oswald looks for a 5th point. She'll try to make all 3, and she did, and Stevens is within 5. 1 second. It's into Barry, just slings it. It'll be short, but a good first quarter for the Pierre Governors. They've led by as many as 10 at the end of one on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Pierre 15, Stevens 10, Wagner Auto, the one place to go. Second quarter in a minute from Rapid City, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide, slide, slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Points for the first quarter to cut a 10-point Pierre lead to 5. 15-10. Second quarter begins at Carroll Higher Gymnasium, Rapid City. David Burrow with you. Stevens of the bucket to our right. Arrow pointed their way, so they inbounded to start the second quarter. Macy Wathen handing it to Finley Love. She's between the rings. On a switch, it's Oswald. Had the ball knocked away, but still came back to Finley Love. Still 15 on the shot clock for Stevens. They haven't had the real fast pace they've wanted. Porter back out front to Wathen. Now 10 on the timer as an 18-footer is good by Love. Only the second field goal for Stevens, and she's had them both, and that's 7 in a row for the Raiders. Pierre's lead is down to 15-12, 37 seconds into the second quarter. Lennox Dupree, left wing, uses a screen by Tedrow. On the right side, Elise Christopherson is coming to the game. The Terwilliger on the right block, a little fadeaway in the lane, that's missing, and Isabel Higgins, who's come back in, had it tied up, and that's going to keep it with Pierre. Or give it to Pierre, actually.
Checking in for the Raiders, number 1, Brittany Jones.
So that'll count as a turnover. Brittany Jones and Gabby Love are back into the Stevens lineup. Let's set the fives as we get an opportunity. Pierre's in the front court. Dupree bring it out front. Ooh, nearly didn't make it to Barry, but Ryan's able to catch. Right lane line drive missing and rebounded by Macy Wathen. And the Governors have gone a little cold now. A 3 would tie it. This is a 2 on the right side. That's short by Jones, but an offensive board is in and out by Higgins and rebounded this time by Reese Terwilliger. Well, Higgins couldn't make it go. Baseline drive is missing by Dupree. And rebounded by another one for Higgins. She's had 3 quick rebounds in this second quarter. Isabel with it on the top of the key. Right wing for Talia Porter. At the lane line, she's double team. Hands it to an open left wing Higgins for a tying 3 that's short off the left rim. And it's rebounded by Reese Terwilliger. And Stevens still has only 1 field goal. And now a carry here. After a steal. So the Governors did turn it over, but Stevens turns it over right back. Remington Price, after a little bit of rest, is back on the floor. Let's set the Governor 5. Remington Price, Ryan Berry, Reese Terwilliger, Sydney Tendro, who's inbounding now, and Elise Christofferson. We'll set Stevens 5 in a bit. Berry right alley for Price. Uses a Terwilliger pick. Drives to the middle of the lane. One-handed runner from Sevens off the back iron. Macy Wathen rebounds. Governors have now missed a few shots in a row. 5 of 12 shooting for Pierre now. Wathen had it taken away. Good play, Elise Christofferson. Made the steal. Drives ahead of the field. Fouled. Gabby Love able to catch up, and she did foul her to prevent a layup. She had to do it, or Christofferson would have had a hoop easily. And that's 8 turnovers on Stevens. Love's foul is her first, and the 5th Stevens team foul. There's another player that may see her role expanded. She came off the bench a year ago, Elise Christofferson, the 5'8 junior. Hit a couple of threes. 4 out of 5 shooting in varsity games. She'll see more varsity time this year, to be sure. She did toward the end of last year. Well, she missed the first free throw. Avery Kaiser back in for Pierre for Sid Tedrow. Hallie Peterson makes her first appearance for Stevens, another freshman at 5'6". One more for Christofferson to try to make the Pierre lead 4. On the way, too long, and Kaiser, though, is able to run down the rebound in the right corner for the Governors. Second rebound of the game for Avery. It's for Barry on the left side. Whoop, little clear off, an offensive foul on Pierre. Did they catch Reese down there? Clearing off, Terwilliger, I mean? Yep, sure did.
Reese Terwilliger, her first.
That's her first, and team foul number 5. That's also the 6th Pierre turnover. 5:45 first half. Pierre 15, Stevens 12, but Stevens has the last 7 points. Pierre once led by 10. Jones on the left wing. Bring it up top to Isabel Higgins. At the bucket to our right. Stevens in their home white. Pick player fell down. Drive into the lane. Oh, that's off the rim by Peterson. And Ryan Berry has the rebound, and Stevens is now 2 of 12 shooting. Berry in the left wing for Christofferson. AC left wing up top of the high post Terwilliger. Right wing Berry looks for a cutter. It's Terwilliger. Right lane line fouled. Held by Talia Porter. Hand check, just like we said earlier. The officials have been told to call them. Porter's first, 16 fouls on Stevens. No free throws yet. Barry will inbound right baseline of the bucket to our left. Pierre in the road black. Christofferson on the right wing. Avery Kaiser top of that wing. Near the corner, Ryan Berry for Kaiser with a drive. Kicked it out for open AC. Left corner. Here comes a 3 for Price. Off the rim, but rebounded. Tip came to Terwilliger. Straight away. 3 good. Ryan Berry. The Governors' second made 3 of the game. After another Terwilliger rebound. 18-12. That breaks the 7-point Stevens run. Pierre by 6. 4:45 first half. And losing her balance, coming off her pivot foot and traveling is Stevens' Hallie Peterson. For Stevens' 9th turnover. Claire Fierro, Macy Wathen back in for Stevens, Haley Oswald. Adam Dannenbring just trying to get the right combination going. They finally got it going after a ragged start against Douglas on Tuesday. But they shot a lot better than they shot so far. They're only 2 of 12 from the floor. Pierre is 6 of 14. But only 4 of 9 at the line. Now here's a steal as the ball's taken away by Oswald. Drives and lays it in. 7 for Oswald after the steal. It's 18-14 Pierre at 4:27 in the half. Pressure by Stevens as Price tries to walk it up. Nearly lost it, able to regain it. Drives on Jones into the front court and bumped by Brittany Jones to put Pierre into the bonus with team foul number 7 and the second on Jones. And Remington Price is who you want at the line. Hit the front end, hit the free throw to make a three-point play complete earlier. Finley Love comes in for Brittany Jones, for Stevens. Adam Dannebring substituting a lot. Lennox Dupree will come in again for Pierre after the free throw. No, you got to bring her in. This is a 1-and-1. There we go. Dupree is in for Ryan Barry. Price with 3. Front end of the 1-and-1 right here, on the way, and good as it rolls around and falls. 19-14 Pierre. Talia Porter comes back in for Stevens. She replaces Hallie Peterson. 4 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half. Carroll Higher Gym. Governor team hasn't won here in nearly 7 years, but it's a long way from being over tonight. Second for Remy, rolls around and good. She's 3 for 3 at the line and has 5. Shorter 4, Dupree, Barry, Terwilliger 3 each. 20-14, Pierre 4, 13.5. Pass baseline, good feet, down the pole. Porter missed a bunny. Shorter had it stripped away from her. Well, they say it's a held ball. And it'll go to Stevens, good play there. Shorter gained the rebound after the miss, but Stevens gains the basketball right back. That counts as Pierre's 8th turnover. Love on the top of the right wing. Ooh, looked like she carried it. Price knocked it down and intercepted by Shorter. Great hands by Remy in the passing lane to Dupree. 2-on-1. Remy reverse layup missing. Shorter falls to the floor. She gains the rebound. The ball's still loose, and it ends up in a dual possession that goes to Pierre. I guess there wasn't a violation there on anybody. It'll stay with the Governors. From the baseline left, Shorter lost the ball. Nobody on Stevens could do it, though. Dupree down there to try to save it. She'll inbound to Christofferson. It's knocked away, but out of bounds is Wathen before she can gain control. Pierre inbound again with Dupree on the left baseline. 3:49 in the first half, 23 in the shot clock. Pierre with the ball on a 20-14 lead over Stevens. Inbounds to Shorter, left of the lane. Bounce to Kaiser, right wing. Open 3. Christofferson off the front rim. Dupree, an offensive board. This team has guards who can rebound. Price with a drive. That's missing. Kaiser on a third chance, counted with a foul. She got hammered. Kaiser's first bucket and 4th point, 22-14 Pierre. The foul is on Claire Fierro. She got her money's worth on that one for her first. Ryan Barry in for Lennox Dupree for Pierre. Isabel Higgins back in for Stevens. She replaces Claire Fierro. And Hallie Peterson back in for Stevens too. She replaces Macy Wathen. Adam Dannebring changing on the fly just about, but he's got to figure out what's going to work. A lot of really new varsity players, as we mentioned, for him. Kaiser with 4, tries to complete the 3-point play and make it a 9-point Pierre lead with 3:38 in the half on the way for Aves, and missed everything. And Stevens will have it. As Reese Terwilliger comes in, more good minutes for Maya Shorter. You're good again. You will probably see more of Maya on the floor this year. Another future Northern State Wolf, but she will be, I think, a hammer thrower. They want her to do that at Northern State. She signed her letter of intent recently. Hallie Peterson bats out front to Talia Porter for Stevens. Drive. Oh, rejected. Oh, my by Avery Kaiser, and she gained the rebound. The ball was barely out of her hand. A 2-hand block. On the other end, left lane line drive. She walked. But oh, mercy, was that emphatic by Avery. That was a 2-hand, get that out of here. Christofferson out. Setendro back in for Pierre, who leads 8. Their longest lead has been 10. They've never trailed in this game. 22-14 Pierre over Stevens, 3:09 first half. Haley Oswald for the Stevens Raiders. Right wing, lost her dribble. Price is all over. She's got to do something quickly. Hands it to Peterson. Back to Oswald, right corner. 3 minutes in the half. Up top to Porter. On Barry for a left wing 18-footer. That is off the rim. That's by Jones. The follow is by Porter, however, off the offensive rebound, and she's fouled. And Stevens just can't hit a shot. Ooh, that's 2 on Avery Kaiser, so she and Lennox Dupree both have 2. That's 16 fouls on Pierre, but Porter's in the act of shooting here. She has 2 free throws. She hit 2 earlier. First one good. Still 2:51 left at the half. Sports marketing partners who help bring your Governor basketball on KGFX include Comtech, DRG Media Group, Capital City Campus, and Anderson Rumsa Dental. Kaiser out with the 2 fouls, but they put Dupree back in, who also has 2 for Pierre. Macy Wathen replaces Holly Peterson for Stevens. 22-15 Pierre, 2:51 first half here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. And Stevens, leading returning scorer, Talia Porter has 1 more free throw due, and she's good. And she has 4. Haley Oswald leads Stevens with 7. 22-16 Pierre at 2:48 in the half. Dupree with the dribble on Love, down the right alley, front court to Price, hounded by Isabel Higgins. Man-to-man defense for Stevens. Pass, good play. Macy Wathen knocked it away, and then knocked it off of Terwilliger. It goes to Stevens. Ends up being a Pierre turnover, their 10th. Elise Christofferson back in for Dupree. There's an offense for defense substitution, again, knowing that Dupree has a couple of fouls. And Gabby Love back in for Stevens to replace Haley Oswald. 2:37 first half. We'll update the Governor boys, of course, at halftime. But it'll be good news. I spoiled it. Porter for Stevens. Handed off to Love. Right lane line. Dropped it. Regained it. Ball had been knocked out of her hand. No double dribble. It's for Wathen. Still 17 to shoot. 2:18 and a half. Porter straightaway 3 from the top. But the key is good. Only the 4th made field goal for Stevens. Their first 3. And all of a sudden they're back within 3. 22-19 Pierre. 2:06 and a half. Barry accelerates down the right lane line and scores right past 3 defenders. Ryan's second bucket, she has 5. 24-19 Pierre at 1:57. Foul line jumper 17 from Wathen is missing, and a push on the rebound, clearing off to try to gain that board was Talia Porter. A Stevens foul on Porter's her second.
Fatal foul number 20, Isabel Higgins, second, 9th team foul.
Nope, not Oswald, excuse me, Isabel Higgins, but that's her second. So credit that rebound to Reese Terwilliger, who now has 5. And Reese, she of the Frankenberry sneakers, has a 1-and-1. The last one for Pierre, team foul number 9, 1:53 and a half. She really was puzzled when Brian and I told her about that. Ooh, player in the lane. Was it too early? No, I guess not. Citedro was in the lane, but apparently not early, and Terwilliger hit the free throw. She's up to 4. 25-19 Pierre over Stevens, 1:53 and a half. Reese will have 1 more on the way, and rimmed out and rebounded by Wathen for the Stevens Raiders. 1:47 and a half. 25-19 Pierre. Talia Porter reached in and fouled by Ryan Berry, and that is her second. So that's 3 Governors with 2 fouls, and that's team foul number 7 to put Stevens in the bonus, and they've been good. They haven't hit many shots, only 4 of 18, but they're 10 of 11 at the foul line.
1-and-1.
Porter is 4 for 4, and she has the front end of a 1-and-1 here with 1:43 and a half. It's good. I'll just go ahead and tell you, I spoiled the ending. Pierre 59, Stevens 41 in boys basketball. The Riggs High Gym, Lincoln Keenels 18, Jackson Edmond, Ben Heisler, Carson Aharts with 9, Christian Butz with 8. Good balance scoring. Again, 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on River 92.7 with Brian for the Governors and Rapid City Central, the Riggs High Gym. Second free throw is missing here by Talia Porter. Sydney Tedrow, the Pierre rebound. At 1:37 and a half, right wing Price tries a 3. Price around the rim, it fell! First one of the year for Price in her senior season. 28-20 Pierre, 1:27 and a half. Remington has 8. Front court Fierro, cross court pass, right wing, 3 off the rim by Love, offensive board, missing here on the shot by Porter, grabbed by Terwilliger, and she's fouled. They're just not falling. I mean, a 3 did not too long ago for Stevens, but my gosh, nothing else is for this team. And that is the second foul on Talia Porter. It's the double bonus for Pierre. Terwilliger with a couple. Reese 2 out of 4 at the line. 7 rebounds for Reese to go with 4 points. First of 2 with 1:16 and a half. And out. Ooh, Pierce just 7 of 15 of the line. They're having their chances, but not hitting over half now. Porter out with a couple of fouls for Stevens. Haley Oswald was in there. It's Gabby Love who comes out. One more for Terwilliger to try to make it a 9-point lead. It's short, and it's on. It's rebounded by Wathen, who had position. No, in the lane too early. I beg your pardon. Wathen was in the lane too soon. Terwilliger has a second chance at that second free throw. Spins, fires. She hit that one. 29-20 Pierre, 1:14 and a half. Right alley, Finley Love for the Stevens Raiders. 1-0 after their victory over Douglas here Tuesday. Left wing, Macy Wathen. Right wing, Hallie Peterson. 3, she's good. Hallie Peterson off the bench has a 3. Cuts the Pierre lead to 6, 29-23. 56.3 and a half as Dupree walks it into the front court. Right wing for Price, using a Terwilliger pick. Now brings it out front to Sid Tedrow with 48 seconds and a half. Left wing Dupree, wide open. 3 by the lefty, no good. Rebound tip, Tedrow couldn't hang on, but Elise Christofferson is back in there. Is there to bring it to Price for a 3. She's good, her second of the game. 32-23, back to a 9-point Pierre lead. 28 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock is off. Macy Wathen for Stevens. Back to Peterson, nearly knocked away by Terwilliger. Picked back up. Now the left wing for Hallie Peterson. Still 15 seconds. Left corner, Oswald nearly trapped by Price, and she walked. Good D by Remy Price. Forced the turnover, and Adam Dannenbring, the Stevens head coach, says, what gives? What's she supposed to do? Well, she can't lift her pivot, but that's what she did. 13.1 and a half. Pierre led by 10. They're up 9 now. Some pressure by Stevens. It's into Dupree. 10 seconds at the opposing foul line. 8-7 across the timeline. Guarded by Finley Love. 4-3. Left of the lane. She hit it. Dupree with 5 as the first half ends. The Governors by 11. Lennox Dupree said, don't worry, girls. I got this. And Lennox Dupree with a 10-point first half. And the Pierre Governors, who haven't beaten Stevens quite a while, almost 7 years, have an 11-point lead at the halftime break tonight. Our halftime score on the Wagner Auto scoreboard here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium in Rapid City. The Pierre Governors 34, the Stevens Raiders 23. Wagner Auto brings you the scoreboard. Wagner Auto, they're South Dakota's oldest auto dealer. They've been in Pierre since 1908. We're not there yet, but stay tuned for it. It's our family dinner with Pierre and Gettysburg postgame, where we will name our Bauman Lumber player of the game. But still half a basketball left. Pierre's looked good so far, but a lot still to come here in Rapid City. Glad you're with us tonight for the Pierre Governor Girls season opener. And stay tuned for our halftime report. That comes your way in 3 minutes. This is Governor Basketball on the official voice of the Pierre Governors, 1060, 103.1, KGFX.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Your winning destination or Brule gives you more chances to win. Hot seat drawings, pick a prize drawings, chances to win great prizes, the hottest slots around. It's all just waiting for you at the Golden Buffalo Casino. Find out more by logging on to thegoldenbuffalocasino.com and by following them on Facebook. Just minutes north of Reliance, exit 248. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast and supporting our area youth. The Golden Buffalo Casino, proud to support Live Ticket.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Grossenberg Implement, your family-owned John Deere dealer, is passing on the savings to you this holiday season. This week only, get an 8% discount on corn head gathering chains. Purchase your corn head gathering chains this week to ensure that your equipment is ready for harvest next year. Stop into any of the 8 Grossenberg Implement locations parts departments this week and take advantage of the savings. And happy holidays from Grossenberg Implements.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Stevens with the ball to start the second half. Pierre Governor girls leading 34-23. Again, 60 minutes of basketball to go. Nothing's decided yet, but a good first half for Pierre. Here we go, second half. Starting 5 for Stevens. Brittany Jones, Haley Oswald, Talia Porter, Isabel Higgins, Macy Wathen. Porter is out front to Brittany Jones. Nobody reached 3 fouls in the first half. Player hits the floor. That was Porter, and a whistle. And Porter's it was a collision because there's a Pierre player having to be helped up. That's Kaiser. Yeah, they collided. No foul there. And Avery's got her hand to her head, and Sid Tedrow's going to have to come in for her. Did they bump heads? I didn't see, but they're both going to come out. And Hallie Peterson's in, and Avery Kaiser, she comes to the Governor bench as Terry Becker helps her out. Avery sitting down, and now Jeff Schleckaway talks to her, and I'm afraid Avery has a little bit of a headache. 21 on the shot clock as Brittany Jones inbounds for Stevens to Macy Wathen. Hallie Peterson actually starts the second half, and she earned it. Big three for her in that first half. Pass down low, a two-hand block of the pass by Price leads to a turnover. Dupree into the front court. Controls things, stops, says, come over here. Ryan Berry, she takes the pass for Terwilliger. Over a defender for a banker right, block good. Over Higgins. 7 for Terwilliger, 36-23. Pierre, their longest lead is 13, 7-13 in the third. Knocking it down, nearly stealing it is Pierre. Oswald instead picks it up. Left wing three is no good. Terwilliger, another rebound for the Governors. Stopping in the lane, missing is Barry. Gained her own board and got fouled. Another offensive board, and the Governors have had some of those tonight. Brittany Jones with her third foul for Stevens. That's going to put Ryan Barry on the foul line, where she didn't have a lot last year in varsity, but was pretty good, 20 of 27, and she hits the first here. Talia Porter, Finley Love back in, so Porter's all right, but Avery Kaiser, as we say, still on the bench. We're going to give her a minute, I think, to get the cobwebs out. 37-23 Pierce, 6:58 in the third. 6 now for Barry. Pierre now 10 of 18 at the line. One more for Ryan, and off the front rim. Again, the rebound by Higgins. If this game gets closer, it's something you got to think about, but it's not that close right now. Pierre by 14 at 6:50 in the third, 37-23. Oswald between the rings. Price is there to guard her. Bounce to Talia Porter. A little bit of pink in her sneakers, nothing like Terwilliger's. Counts on her. Now she tries to drive past. Barry does. Right block, missing. Rebound. Porter gained her own board, fouled. Boy, that's a good, tough rebound by Talia Porter in the offensive end, right in the middle of a double team. Reese Terwilliger with a foul. That's her second, and the first second-half team foul on Pierre. Porter to the line again. 5 of 6. 6 of 7 as she hits the first, point number 9. Governor Basketball and KGFX brought to you by the May Adams Law Firm. Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate. Kruger Contracting. First Dakota National Bank. Dakota Storm Roofing. Lynn's Dakota Mart. And Avera Orthopedics. One more for Talia Porter to make it into double figures. She's good after it rattled around the rim twice. 37-25 Pierre. 6:32 in the third. Here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium, Rapid City. We're at Stevens High School, and then 1:30 our airtime tomorrow from Central High School here on KGFX. Dupree, and a foul away from the ball on Pierre.
Pierre, offensive foul number 1, Remington Price.
Remington Price was caught with a little bit of a bump away from the ball. That is her first, and team foul number 2, and also a turnover on Pierre, their 11th. Porter in the front court using a pick by Wathen for Stevens. Right wing Finley Love. Pass it on the left side for Wathen for a 3. It's off the rim. Who wants that rebound? Oh, taken away on a nice play by Love. And then it is a dual possession to give it to Pierre. Well, Love had gained that rebound, and then a Governor, Terwilliger, I think, just ripped it away. Gave it back to the emerald green and black-clad Governors. That's 13 turnovers on Stevens. Price with a left baseline drive, missed. A lot of contact, no foul. Rebound Wathen for Stevens. Running into the front court, Higgins. Baseline jumper right side. That missed. My goodness. Rebounded by Lennox Dupree. And knocked away from her and out of bounds. Called a foul, too. Haley Oswald second. Team foul number 2. Boy, it's 23% shooting for Stevens. 5 of 22. Pierre 52% on 11 of 21. Dupree left wing for Sid Tedrow for Pierre. Into the left corner, it is Ryan Barry. Handed to Terwilliger on a high post. Still man defense by Stevens. Left wing Barry open for a 3. It's off the rim, but running it down is Terwilliger for a Tedrow right wing. 17-footer swish. Sid Tedrow, her first 2 off the bench, off another Reese Terwilliger rebound. 39-25 Pierre at 5:03 in the third. Entry pass knocked out of bounds. Good to see Avery Kaiser back on the floor for Pierre. Maya Shorter also in. Reese Terwilliger and Sydney Tedrow to the bench. So Aves is all right. Really took a knock in the noggin a while ago. Porter will inbound, left baseline, bucket to our left. Stevens and White. Remember, watch it at the KGFX page. Well, trying to knock an entry pass down, but having a little bit of a hook on Porter's hip was Ryan Barry of Pierre for her third foul. Team foul number 3. She'll come out. Elise Christofferson back in. We'll go over other scores in the postgame, but the Pierre boys were winners, 59-41 over Stevens. Thank you for joining us if you were at or listening to that game. Porter trying to drive. Again, a hand check. I told you they're going to call these. Elise Christofferson with a foul, her first. So, folks, we just better get used to this because this is the way it's going to be all year. The slightest touch is going to get called. The officials have been told to do that. Whether you like it or not, it's how it's going to be. Lob in the right corner for Higgins for Stevens. They're down 14. They need some hoops. Drive, wild shot, missing by Oswald. Rebounded Dupree for Pierre. Price on the right wing. Boy, it has just been a rough night shooting for the Stevens Raiders. Right wing, here comes a three by Dupree. That didn't fall, but nobody near Elise Christofferson with an easy rebound, and Adam Dannenbring is frustrated that she wasn't boxed out. Pass into Price, layup, good. Great feed from Avery Kaiser. 12 for Remy. 41-25 Pierce. 16 points the Governor lead. 4:14 in the third. Dupree all over Love. She's able to bring it on the left side to Wathen. Macy in the lane. Drives, misses a scoop from 9. Kaiser the rebound. Some nights it's just not your night, and it's not been Stevens' night shooting. Dupree on right wing. Finley Love closely guards her. 3:53 in the third. Pierre up 16. Shorter in the lane. Drives past 2 defenders, lays it in. Maya Shorter with 6 off the bench, and that's as tough as you can be. 43-25, Pierre by 18. 9-2 in the third quarter for the Governors, which has 3:35 remaining. Wow, Porter on right wing. Wathen, hand on the left side to Oswald, turn around in the lane. Half hook, didn't fall again. Goodness gracious for Higgins, and it's off of Stevens and out of bounds.
The Raiders, number 13, Claire Fierro. Number 23, Hallie Peterson.
Claire Fierro back in. Hallie Peterson back in. Adam Dannenbring has just got to be wondering, goodness gracious, when's it going to go our way? It hasn't tonight, and he wants timeout, an Integra timeout. It's a 30. We'll take 30. 3:22 in the third. Pierre 43, Stevens 25. More from Rapid City in 30 seconds. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Thank you, Mr. Fisher. I think he would be enjoying this. Pierre 43, Stevens 25, 3:22 in the third here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Speaking of great Native American people in South Dakota high school sports, that certainly was Carroll Higher, passed away way too young at the age of 45, was the first athletic director here at Stevens. He is whom this nice facility is named after. Pass to Kaiser, knocked to the floor. She's fouled. And look, Avery doesn't mind if it's a physical game. Haley Oswald's fouls her third. Maya Shorter, again, more good minutes for Maya off the bench. Reese Terwilliger is back in. Reese, by our count tonight, by the way, 9 rebounds along with 7 points. She had some double-doubles a year ago. Dupree from the left baseline, inbounds with a one-handed catch. Kaiser, oh, just drives past the defender and laid it in. Left Claire Fierro in the dust. 6 for Avery. 45-25, Pierre by 20. 2:57 in the third. Shot left short by Wathen. Porter, oh, good save on the rebound, but another shot missed by Fierro and rebounded by Lennox Dupree. Well, it's going Pierre's way in every way on this night so far. A lot of basketball left. They just turned it over, however. And down for Porter, who has a layup. And there's the first field goal of the second half for Stevens, and only their 6th of the game. 45-27, Pierre 2:27 in the third. It's been February of 2016, and it was here the last time a Governor team beat a Raider team. Dupree, right wing, fall away, 13 off the rim, twice missing. Rebounded Macy Wathen. for Stevens. They need a lot of buckets and they need a lot of stops. They're down 18 with 2:08 in the third. Here is a three just left of the circle, missing by Love, but Fierro with some hustle runs the offensive board down. Macy Wathen for Stevens. 1:55 in the third. Baseline drive. Good scoop by Wathen. Nice play. Her first bucket. She has 3. Talia Porter leads Stevens with 12, but it's 45-29 Pierre at 1:42 in the third. 4 subs coming in at the next stop for Stevens. 3 missing by Avery Kaiser. Finley Love rebounds for Stevens. Here's a jumper left side. Macy Wathen on the run and off balance. Missed it, and a foul on the rebound. Head coach Kirk Bebout wants a 30-second timeout. There is a foul here,
Foul number 13, Claire Fierro.
and it's going to be on Stevens, Claire Fierro. Well, I don't think there's going to be a... Yep, there will be a timeout by Pierre head coach Kirk Bebout. It's a full timeout. We'll take a minute. An Integra timeout, 1:31 in the third. Pierre 45, Stevens 29. Back in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kenols wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview. Thank you for joining us. Pierre girls trying to match the Governor boys who won earlier tonight over Stevens 59-41. Pierre's girls lead 45-29 here in Rapid City with 90 seconds left in the third. Lennox Dupree tried to dribble up the floor but had the ball knocked away by Gabby Love of Stevens. Let's set Pierre's 5 as Sydney Tedrow will inbound. She's out there with Remy Price, who receives the pass. Lennox Dupree, Reese Terwilliger, and Elise Christofferson. And as Price came down the floor, she's fouled by Brittany Jones, who said, "Who, me?" No, it wasn't her. It was Gabby Love, actually. I think Jones thought she had a foul on her, and she really didn't do anything, but Gabby Love did for her second. Team foul number 5, 1:26 in the third. Pierre has led all the way. 45-29 they lead, and they've led by as many as 20. 1:22 in the third. Great pass. Down low, Tedrow, all left it short. Price gave her a great feed, but she couldn't finish. Tedrow, Higgins the rebound. Front court. Straight away. 3 on the way for Love. That's off the back rim, and Remington Price rebounds for Pierre. 7 of 32 shooting now for Stevens. Pierre still shooting well, 54%. 58 seconds in the third. Price with a lob to Terwilliger. Through 3 defenders. She was going to draw a foul. Yep. Shot wouldn't fall, but they just can't handle Reese Terwilliger. And again, Pierre has a height advantage on this team in the post. That's Brittany Jones' 4th foul. Terwilliger, 3 of 6 at the line, 7 points and 9 boards for the junior. The first one for Reese, she's good after it rolled around and in. 46-29, Pierre at 54 seconds in the third. Talia Porter back in for Stevens. Ryan Berry replaces Remington Price for Pierre. Sports marketing partners to help bring you Governor basketball on KGFX include Iceberg Funeral Home, Floss Dentistry, and Midco. And there's one more at the line for Reese Terwilliger. On the way and on the board. Nothing but net. 9 for Reese with 9 rebounds. Remington Price leads Pierre with 12. 47-29, Pierre over Stevens, 50 seconds in the third. Hallie Peterson at the bucket to our left for the Stevens Raiders. Right of the lane, handed to Love. Drive in the lane, off the rim, but Gabby was fouled. That's what Stevens need more. I mean, that's really... Yeah, they were making threes the other night, but as the game went on, they started to have drives to the hoop like that. We've barely seen that from them tonight. Reese Terwilliger's 3rd foul. Team foul number 6 on Pierre.
Number 34, Gabby Love.
Gabby Love at the line for 2 after a good night the other night. Hasn't scored yet tonight and misses the first free throw. 44.2 in the third. Again, 1:30 our time tomorrow afternoon for the Governor girls in Rapid City Central here on KGFX. Second one good. Pierre 47, Stevens 30, 42 seconds in the third. Lennox Dupree crosses the timeline. Left wing for Barry. She's guarded by Porter. Right wing open. Dupree. Oh, far undercutting. Barry lay in. That's how you run that play. Barry with a great back cut. 49-30 Pierre. Perry has 8. Pressure on the inbound, and Christofferson was able to take it away, but then she traveled, so a turnover each way there. That's 13 on Pierre, and that is 14 on Stevens. 20.1 left in the third. But pressure by Pierre, even with a big lead. But again, you want to work on things. This is, after all, the Governor's first game of the year. Oswald driving on Elise Christofferson, front court. Spin dribble to the foul line. Left wing Love, 10 seconds and 9. 8 seconds as Love comes to the foul line. All over her is Barry. Right corner 3 by Love, in and out with 3. Offensive board, follow good by Higgins at the end of the third quarter. So something good for Stevens at the end of the third, but the Pierre Governors, through 24 minutes, are in control on the Wegner Auto scoreboard, at least for now. Pierre 49, Stevens 32 through 3. Wegner Auto, the one place to go. The fourth quarter from Rapid City in 1 minute on the official voice of Governor Basketball, 1060 103.1 KGFX.
RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Stevens inbounds to start the fourth quarter, and the Raiders have a hill to climb. Pierre Governors lead 49-32 in the Governor girls opener. Porter with a nice drive. Oh, cleared off. Offensive foul. And 5s for Elise Christofferson as she took the bump. Porter's third foul. And the 15th turnover. Shooting percentages, Pierre 55% from the floor, Stevens 24%. Now they press, but they bring it to the timeline, and Kaiser into the front court. Left wing Barry. Here comes a 3. Bottom! Ryan Barry with her second of the game. She has 11. 52-32 the Pierre. Longest lead again is 20. 7:30 left. Bounce to Williger with a hold as the pass came to Isabel Higgins. That's Reese's fourth foul. If it is on Reese. Yep. Macy Wathen back in for Gabby Love. So with the 4 fouls, at least for the moment, Terwilliger out, and Maya Shorter, who has given the Governors good minutes off the bench, back in. Hallie Peterson, Haley Oswald, along with Isabel Higgins, Talia Porter and Macy Wathen, they're on the floor for Stevens. Wathen's on the right wing for Oswald. Right foul line extended with a jumper. That missed. And Ryan Berry, a good solid game for Pierre with a rebound. Don't forget Bauman Lumber, our player of the game in our postgame. Could be a lot of options for the team wearing black and emerald green. Berry on left wing. Kaiser with a cut back out front between the rings to Shorter. Pierre can slow it down with a 20-point lead. A minute into the fourth. Good pass inside, but Shorter missed it short from about 4 feet. Porter the rebound. Good dish, though, by Avery Kaiser. Long right wing 3 is way short by Macy Wathen. Tipped rebound came to Avery Kaiser for Pierre. Down the floor into the right corner. Elise Christofferson. Ball above her head, handed out front. Kaiser thought about that three, and fans saying, why don't you drive? She did. Nope, she got called for an offensive foul. Yeah, not quite in control there for Aves. That's her third. Team foul number 7, but no free throws here since it's a player control foul. And Claire Fierro's in for Isabel Higgins for Stevens. Set Pierce 5 in a bit. Talia Porter for Stevens. It's not been their night. They won by 42 in their opener over Douglas, but it's not been the Raiders' night tonight. Left wing Wathen into the lane. Good drive on one hand to scoop, but it missed. A little too much on Elise Christofferson with another rebound, and good minutes for AC off Pierre's bench. And again, this team can go 8-9 deep, maybe 10. Dupree out front. Shorter sets a pick. Lennox stops on the right wing. Knocked away by Porter, but as that pass was in the air, Pierre head coach Kirk Bebout called is it a 30-second timeout? It is, an Actegra timeout. 5:54 left. Pierre in control, leading Stevens and Rapid City 52-32. Back in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Stay here, please, because in our post game, we will have our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game. Someone's going to receive a t-shirt, hopefully a visit with head coach Kirk Bebout. We'll run over other scores for you, too. 5:54 still left, but this one in the Pierre Governors' control here in Rapid City, leading Stevens 52-32. Kirk Bebout comes to the scorer's table. They want to get something straight down there. We'll tell you in the meantime that sports marketing partners who help bring you Governor basketball on KGFX include Stolken, Peterson, Lingle, Walti, and Jones, LLP, the South Dakota National Guard, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Dental Clinic, Pitts Design and Build, Wegner Auto, Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, and All Around Graphics. Well, they've still been talking at the scorer's table. Your guess is as good as mine about what. But now we're ready as Ryan Barry will inbound right in front of the Pierre bench to our right. Remember, you can watch it at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and at the DRG News app. Lennox Dupree up top for Remy Price. For Maya Shorter. Ryan Barry, Avery Kaiser, the other Governors on the floor. 5:40 left, 4 in the shot clock, 3. Barry, they're yelling at her to shoot. She didn't. It's a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
You don't ever really want to do that, but you know, it won't hurt at this point like it would in some games. Pass down low, it came to Fierro. She missed. But Wathen gained the offensive board, drove and was fouled. Pierce foul. Avery Kaiser, that's 4 on her. So she and Reese Terwilliger both had 4. The Governors are hoping that it doesn't make a difference. They're up 20 with 5:19 left. So Porter, who had, well, and she got to the line a lot last year, too. She's been to the line a lot tonight, and she's now 8 of 9 after she hits the first for a 13th point. 52-33 Pierre, 5:19 left. Kaiser out, Sid Tedrow back in for the Governors, and Brittany Jones back in to replace Hallie Peterson for Stevens. Porter one more. She looks for her 14th point. She leads all scorers, and this one's no good, and Maya Shorter gained the rebound for the Govs, who lead by 19, 52-33, 5:12 left. No bad pass is taken in by Claire Fierro for Stevens, and a strip. Oh, they can run a little foul. A lot of ball on that play there as Fierro drove. The foul is on Lennox Dupree of Pierre. That's her third. Team foul. Number 9. It was Haley Oswald who was fouled, and she has 2 shots, and the first is good. 52-34 Pierre with 5:06 left. Here comes Terwilliger back in for Maya Shorter. Well, one thing Stevens has done well is shoot free throws, 16 for 20, but it may not be nearly enough. Second one also good for Oswald. 52-35 Pierre with 5:05 remaining. Inbound to Price, against pressure. It's to Tedrow. Screens across the timeline. Loose ball on the floor. And there to pick it up is Higgins, tied up. It'll stay with Stevens on the arrow. I can now barely remember when there was a jump ball after plays like that. It's been so long ago now. Of course, I can barely remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Never mind. Dupree up top to Sid Tedrow. Terwilliger on the right wing for Ryan Berry. Baseline drive for Ryan. Lays it in. That young lady is playing an excellent season opener. She has 13. 54-35. Pierre 4:34 left. Oswald, left corner 3. Missed everything. Terwilliger now has double-digit rebounds. She has 10 with that one. 9 points, close to another double-double. Right wing 3, this one not in by Price, just a little short. Fierro rebounds for Stevens. He's been good on threes, 5 of 9, and here's a 3 that's good by Macy Wathen for Stevens. She has 6. 54-38, Pierre, 4 minutes left. Now the Governors just got to make sure they mind what they do on every possession. Big lead, but still time to play. Terwilliger right wing. Dupree open for a corner 3 on that right side. Missing. Air ball, in fact. Fierro the rebound. And down floor for a drive. Wathen on the right block scores. 8 for her. 54-40. And again, the Governors just got to make sure here that they don't waste possessions. Whistle stops play, and Dave Burnett said something, and there was no foul called. Okay, Talia Porter back in. Avery Kaiser back in for Pierre, replacing Sydney Tedrow. Stevens will press, 3:42 left. They've got to try anything at this point. They were down 20, they're now down 14. It's to Christofferson and into Price. Into front court, they broke it well. Bounce for a layup for Reese Terwilliger in a double-double. 11 points, 10 rebounds for Reese, 56-40 Pierre, 3:28 left. Stevens, Porter with a fall away. That missed on the baseline. Oh, nice diving rebound by Isabel Higgins to keep it alive. Then Porter missed a 3 straight away, and it's out of bounds to Pierre. And that possession really sums up the way this night has gone for the Stevens Raiders, although they're going to say, did a Pierre player deflect this? Nope. Brittany Jones was doing a little lobbying there, but it didn't work. Into Barry and now to Christofferson with 3:10 left. Bauman Lumber, our player of the game in our postgame. Please stay right here. Christofferson on the right wing for Barry. She's guarded by Oswald. To Remy Price with 2:58 left. Price has lost her dribble, but hands it up top to Kaiser, playing with 4 fouls, but against a 16-point Pierre lead. Entry pass, knocked down. Isabel Higgins made the steal. Good play. Front court and right wing. Barry couldn't take it away. Left wing, here comes a Jones 3. That's good. Brittany Jones, first 3. The fourth made 3 for Stevens. 56-43 Pierre. Don't go anywhere yet. 2:37 still to play. Price lost her dribble. Higgins all over her. She's able to find Terwilliger, middle of the right wing, and she stepped out of bounds. Well, that's 18 turnovers on Pierre, so Kirk Bebout will want that number reduced. 2:24 left, and again, now it's up to the Governors to keep making stops. They're up 13, but this team likes to shoot threes, these Stevens Raiders. Oswald with a bounce right of the lane to Higgins. Here comes a 3 straight away. Wathen, short. Rebounded Elise Christofferson for Pierre. The chances dwindling ever further for Stevens. They only have a certain number of possessions left, and they're down 13. And as Christofferson gained the pass, she is fouled by Haley Oswald for the 8th. Stevens' team foul in her 4th. Gabby Love in for Oswald with 2:01 remaining. So Christofferson to the line where she was 1 for 2 earlier for her 1 point so far this night. Front end of the 1-and-1. Missed everything. Stevens will have it with 2:01 left. $1:30 tomorrow. Governor girls at Rapid City Central here on KGFX. Porter with a drive in the lane. Left it short, but an offensive board by Macy Wathen. It's to Porter again, a right wing 3. That's off the rim by Higgins, and it's rebounded by Ryan Berry. Down to 1:36 left. It's looking better for the Governors, and as Ryan Berry tried to drive, what a game she's played. She's fouled by Talia Porter, and that's 4 on her.
Checking in for Pierre, number 10,
Lennox Dupree back in for Pierre. Elise Christofferson. She's played good minutes off the bench. Maya Shorter's played good minutes off the bench. Sydney Tedrow, too. Ryan Berry has just been solid through and through tonight. Front end of the 1-and-1 here, miss. And it is rebounded for Stevens by Isabel Higgins. 1:25 left as the ball is lost out of bounds by Gabby Love. 16th Stevens turnover, 84 seconds from Pierre. It's been a little bit since they won an opening game too, but it looks like they're on their way to doing so. 1:18 to go. Middle of the left wing, Dupree. The Governors can just sit on the ball now. They don't have to shoot again. 1:08 left, still 19 to shoot. Barry starts a left-handed dribble, threw it nearly into the backcourt. No, Kaiser's able to run it down. 1 minute left here in Rapid City. Here's a steal. Good play by Porter. Drives for an uncontested layup. And head coach Adam Dannenbring of Stevens wants a 30-second Egtegra timeout. And we shall take that too. 54.4 left. Pierre 56. Stevens 45. Back in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter.
Your farm's earning potential straight from the South Country. You're 54.4 away from a season opening win. They lead here over Stevens in Rapid City, 56-45. It's inbounded to Price, back to Avery Kaiser, who had the inbound to Terwilliger, back to Kaiser, and Avery's into the front court with a lob to Price with 45 seconds left. What a night for this Pierre team. They've held Stevens to 25% shooting while shooting 54% themselves. Dupree may have gotten away with a carry. Now it's knocked away by Oswald into the backcourt. Dupree runs it down. That ball was not deflected. I beg your pardon. They called that a backcourt violation. That is 20 turnovers on Pierre. But they've had the rebounding advantage by our count, 39-32. 33.1 left. Stevens probably with their last possession. It's inbounded to Waffen. 30 seconds to go is Brittany Jones. Had it stripped away. Late whistle from the official on the baseline. 24 feet from the play, called a foul on Dupree. Not that she didn't, but the official 4 feet from the play didn't blow the whistle. Jones with 2 free throws. 27.2 left. Not a whole lot for the Governors to complain about tonight, though. They have looked sharp in their opener. Jones hit the first free throw. Aberdeen Central comes here to play Stevens tomorrow, and Adam Dannenbring, I don't know that it's back to scratch, but a lot of teams will have to be better for his team. Second free throw missed. Kaiser with a rebound. And the Governors can dribble it out unless they get fouled, which Kaiser is. Basically tackled by Talia Porter. And that's the end of her night. Her fifth foul. She leads all scorers with 15. 21.7 left. The Pierre lead is 10, 56-46. It was at one point 20. Hallie Peterson will come in.
Checking in for the Raiders.
And Remington Price, who is 4 for 4 to begin her senior season at the line. She has 12. 3 double-figure scores for Pierre, and Reese Terwilliger, one of those, has a double-double. Remy will have a couple of free throws right here with 21.7 left. Here comes the first. Good. 57-46 for Pierre. Elise Christofferson will come in for the last 21.7 to replace Lennox Dupree. 5 points, but she's the floor general of this team, and another good night handling the basketball. Of course, she doesn't have many bad ones. One more for Remington Price. 58-46 Pierre. Inbounded to Jones. Now this may be Stevens' last possession. I said that a minute ago, didn't I? 18 seconds left. Guarded by Christofferson. Pass knocked out of bounds. There's Remy Price. They're playing hard defense right to the end. 12.9 left. Stevens will inbound. Right sideline, about 6 feet from the baseline. Another pass knocked away. Diving, trying for a steal is Christofferson. Love picked it up in the backcourt. 8 seconds left. Stevens will have one more shot at least. 5 seconds. Peterson with 3, with 2. A 3 by Wathen. Blocked! Right back at her by Ryan Berry to end it. Put it in the record book, baby. An emphatic season opening win for the Pierre Governors, who clamped down defensively, made the shots they had to make, and just stopped the Stevens Raiders cold. They break an 8-game losing streak to Stevens, and they were basically in control all the way, and the Governors take a season-opening victory and looked impressive doing so. Our final score on the Wagner-Auto scoreboard, I got to do this here, was, is, and forever shall remain the Pierre Governors 58. The Stevens Raiders 46. Great Caesar's Ghost. Pierre wins their opener. Stevens now 1-1. Stay tuned for our post game. Bauman Lumberware, their player of the game, will go over the numbers. Hopefully a visit with what should be a very happy head coach Kirk Bebaum. We'll get our post game going in 3 minutes from Rapid City on the official voice. Pierre Governor Basketball, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Health, happiness, and home. Hey, this is Tara Sunshine of Kathy Sunshine Properties. Purchasing or selling a home can be the largest investment you make. I invite you to choose our team to help you with the process. For over 48 years, our office has been successfully serving the buyers and sellers of the Pierre-Port Pierre area with our professional service. It is our goal to provide you with superior service. Contact me, Tara Sunshine, at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588.
The Lariat Lanes in Pierre is your family fun center, with leagues for all ages starting up now for bowling, pool, and darts. Stop on out and get signed up. With bumper bowling, the new sink scoring, and a full-service snack bar, there's no better place for your kids' birthday parties or family get-togethers. And sports fanatics view all your favorite games, including the NFL Sunday Ticket, coming to the Cactus Lounge. Never complain that there's nothing to do. Come on out to your family fun center, the Lariat Lanes on the Truck Bypass in Pierre.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WagnerAuto.com. Experience the Wagner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wagner Auto Company in Pierre.
Hey, it's the old top Gator here with Gator's Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza. Ready for something new and out of the normal pizza world? Pop on out and try Gator's new Peachy Serrano Chicken Pizza, an aromatic bouquet of sweet peaches, an amazing flavorful spicy Serrano chili sauce, accompanied with our seasoned chicken, real mozzarella and cheddar cheese. The spice level is about an 8 out of 10 on this item. Gator's has dine-in, carry-out, or curbside pickup, or delivery through DoorDash. Gator's Pizza Pasta Subs in the Northridge Plaza.
About as solid as could be. Maybe a few more turnovers than the Pierre Governors wanted, but otherwise a very solid season opener here in Rapid City as the Governors defeat the Stevens Raiders by a score of 58-46. This is the Family Dental Pierre and Gettysburg postgame. We'll have a Bauman Lumber player of the game coming up. Don't forget, Bauman Lumber brings you our video coverage at the KGFX page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app. We'll have the full replay in just a little bit after we get done. As the Governor girls look very solid in winning tonight, and here's how the numbers go. 3 double-figure scores led by Remington Price, the senior, with 14. She had 10 in the first half, 2 threes, 6 of 6 at the line for Remington. Ryan Berry, 13 points tonight. She also had 7 rebounds. She had a couple of threes. And Reese Terwilliger with a double-double. Reese had 11 points and 11 rebounds for the junior. Avery Kaiser had 6. Aves also had 6 rebounds. Lennox Dupree scored 5. Can't leave Almaya short. 6 points in her hustling minutes off the bench with 3 rebounds and 2 points for Sydney Tedrow. Talia Porter led Stevens with 15. A lot of those from the line where she was 8 of 10. She had a 3 and had 4 boards. Haley Oswald had 9. She was perfect from the line, 7 of 7. Macy Wathen had 8. Brittany Jones scored 4. Finley Love with 4. Hallie Peterson with 3. Isabel Higgins with 2. Gabby Love had 1. For the game, 56% shooting for Pierre. You're going to win games most of the time shooting like that. And not only that, the Governors on 3-pointers tonight were 5 of 10. You'll win games doing that, too. Rebounding advantage for Pierre, 41-32. They did commit. Pierre did 20 turnovers. Stevens had 16. But Stevens just could not hit shots very well tonight. Only 24% shooting for the Raiders on 12 of 49. They were 4 of 16 on threes. They were 18 of 23 at the foul line. Pierre never trailed in this game. They led by 4 after they had led by as many as, or led by 5 after they had led by as many as 10 in the first quarter. 15-10, led 34-23 at the half, led 49-32 after 3, and win it by a score of 58-46. And as promised, Governor head coach Kirk Bebout joins us, and congratulations. You couldn't have asked for much more than that tonight.
Yeah, they played really well together and weathered some storms and really played really hard. So that's all we can ever ask, is for them to give it all they have and do it as a team and hang in there. So win or lose, I would have been proud of them tonight.
Well, you had plenty to be proud of. The shots, first of all, breaking their press. You knew they'd press. This team showed from the start they could break the press really well. But I talked about it with Coach Dannenbring too. He knew, you had the advantage inside. You took advantage of that advantage inside.
Yeah, that's just credit to the girls understanding that. And, I thought, give Stevens credit, first of all. They Coach Denenbring has got a lot of new players stepping up, and they're very, very dangerous. And I didn't honestly have a great feeling coming in here just because it's first game, and the way they play is very difficult to be ready for, and switching ends like that fast with their shooters, that's very dangerous. And then so he's done a nice job getting his squad ready this year. So, but yeah, just a credit to our girls. I thought they did a good job of understanding what we're looking for. We executed really well. When we broke the press, when we had something where we could attack or get a good shot, we did. And then when we didn't, we also were able to, run our stuff. I think we run a lot of really good stuff. We got a lot of these girls have been playing together for a long time now, so they know how to run and execute our stuff. And I thought they did a good job of that. So, I think obviously we can get a lot better. There was a lot of times when I thought we could have, maybe we did rush a shot or we got a little out of sorts. But for a first game, it was really good.
Turnovers, I know you want to see the turnovers down a little bit. That's one thing every coach wants to see. But some of those were turnovers you can take because you've got Dupree, Lennox, nothing new. A couple of times diving on the floor, forced dual possessions for your favor. And you had other players. You had Ryan, and just Ryan's all-around game tonight. But that's one of the things about defense. Sometimes you got to hit the floor to do it, and this team did a lot tonight.
Yeah, we talked about before the game that we're going to have to play with some fury. We're going to have to really have some great energy and a fire and a purpose about us. This team's, I think they're hungry and they understand that we have an opportunity in front of us and we don't want to waste that opportunity. But, the hard thing is, we've got another battle, we've got another challenge, we've got to turn the page and move on. So it's just fun when, honestly for me, it's all about team, and I'm trying to kind of avoid just singling out certain players because it truly is going to take everybody, and everyone brings something special to this team. So, whether they saw the floor tonight or not, honestly, you should see us in practice what these girls do for us. They're just great attitudes, and they'll do anything they can for their team. So, to single any one out feels a little wrong, but they all individually do deserve that credit. So, it's tough, but we need everybody, and I'm just happy to see them playing together the way they are.
I will talk about one, and that is Ryan Berry. And this was a player that last year, a lot of times, I thought her confidence just kept increasing as last season went along for her with the more playing time she got, and you're counting on her, and she came through for you tonight.
Yeah, motor. That's first word that comes to my mind when I think Rye is just incredible motor. She's just, I feel like she's honestly, I feel like she's the one I get on the most sometimes, but I feel like because she kind of shares the same mentality as me of just wants to get after it, and she just wants to get after it. So she's down for that challenge. So she brings that identity defensively for us. She was guarding Porter from the get-go, and she had a lot of work to do there. Porter's a great player. So Rye is, she's just super energy. We love having her.
This challenge tomorrow, and we'll talk more about Central when we're over there tomorrow, but it's a team that made the state tournament. They've got a new coach, but someone with plenty of experience in Coach Mock. But it's going to be a little bit of a different challenge tomorrow than it is tonight, right?
Honestly, I got my work to do. I'm a one game at a time guy.
Yes.
So I couldn't tell you the first thing about Central other than Aaliyah Jones is a heck of a player.
Yep.
And it's going to be another battle like it's supposed to be in AA. But honestly, I didn't think about anything beyond tonight. But at the same time, we're going to do what we do. We're going to run our stuff, whether it's against man or zone or press break. We're going to run our defenses. So, what they do matters a little bit, but in the end, we got to do what we do first. And I'll hopefully get a chance to watch them a little bit tonight, and we'll have some idea going in what we need to do.
Well, they worked on their stuff. The Pierre Governors did tonight to a great result with a 12-point victory in the season opener here at Stevens. Head coach Kirk Bebout, congratulations. I'll let you go look at those Central Cobblers, and we'll see you over there tomorrow. Thanks very much.
Yep, thanks for what you do.
Thank you, buddy. Kirk Bebout, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, whose team looked awfully sharp tonight and winning here over Stevens at Carroll Hire Gym, the final 58-46. We've still got some things to do in our Family Dental with Pierre and Gettysburg postgame, like name a Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll look at other scores too, tell you how the Governor boys bid. But let's take another 3-minute break before we do more of that. Again, the final here in Rapid City, Pierre 58, Stevens 46. Back with you in 3 minutes on the official voice of Pierre Governor Basketball, 1060 103.1 KGFX.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. You do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Competitive pay, check. A rewarding and fun environment, checked. And best of all, caring for residents and being a part of an amazing team, check and check. Hi, this is Kim Brackey from Edgewood and Pierre. We are looking for more dedicated healthcare heroes to join our team. Do you know what makes working at Edgewood so great? We provide care in a fun working environment where you will experience a warm welcome from our amazing team and residents. Come work for a purpose. Give us a call at 494-3400 to learn more. Edgewood, where home and healthcare meet.
It's the season of getting cozy, the season of warm apple ciders and sweet pumpkin pies. Before it's gone, be sure to get in the car, rev up that engine, put your pedal to the metal, and burn rubber before heading straight to the games. All sports are back, and First Dakota is sitting right up front with you on this adrenaline roller coaster. Raise your hands with every game-saving point, shout out your lungs when it kicks into overtime, and enjoy the ride of the season. Make some noise with First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakotanationalbank.com. Member FDIC.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Pierre Governors are winners in their season opener over the Stevens Raiders, 58-46 at Carroll Higher Gymnasium in Rapid City. Well, as promised, time to name our Bauman Lumber player of the game, and it's kind of a good problem tonight because it is not at all an easy choice. Before we do that, let's tell you the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being part of the team. They remind you that snow means slow. Make sure to drive the conditions, which may come in as good words to watch next week. Yay. Anyway, let's name our Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll do that when we come back to Rapid City in 30 seconds after this from Bauman Lumber here on KGFX.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
I could give about 5 of them. This is one of those nights when you could, because everybody was solid. Price had 14. She was Remington Price. Reese Terwilliger was Reese Terwilliger, 11 points, 11 rebounds. But Ryan Berry Kirk Bebout had the good word about her motor. That's what she has, and Barry from the very start had that motor running tonight. 13 points. She also had 7 rebounds, and she hit a couple of threes in a very solid effort, as it was a very solid effort overall for these Governors. But Ryan Barry is our first Bowman Player of the Game winner for this season, and the T-shirt is on the way to her to commemorate her accomplishment. And she very well deserves it, as this team deserves the plaudits for a very good performance tonight. Okay, let's, before we wrap things up and take you to ABC News and Classic Country through the night, don't forget Kevin will be in the morning here on KGFX, and Ranch It Up in the Bend tomorrow, too. And again, our airtime 1:30 tomorrow afternoon from Rapid City Central for the Governors and Cowboys. But the other scores tonight, my little thing isn't updating. Rapid City Central led Aberdeen Central at the half 15-14. That's the last score we had on the Cobblers and Eagles. But I can tell you about all the other final scores in AA girls basketball. Harrisburg ran over Yankton in Harrisburg 46-19. Mitchell gets by Huron at the Huron Arena. That final was 46-44 for the Colonels over the Tigers. Mitchell's winning in their opener. Huron 1-1. Spearfish fell to Belfouche in Belfouche 59-55. That was the Spartans opener. Watertown Brookings season opener for both. Arrows over the Bobcats at Watertown Civic Arena 59-54. And those Jefferson Cavaliers, who of course eliminated the Governors in the Sodak 16 a year ago, they win their opener tonight. The second-ranked Cavaliers easily over Sioux Falls Roosevelt at Roosevelt High 56-26. And for the Pierre Governors, fifth-ranked team in AA, as the Governors are the fifth-ranked team in girls AA, but the fifth-ranked Governor boys were winners over Rapid City Stevens at the Rigside Gym tonight, 59-41. Solid nights all the way around. Lincoln Keenels led the way with 18. He had 15 in the first half. Jackson Edmond with 9. Ben Heisler with 9. Carson Aharts with 9. Christian Bush with 8. Game 2 for the Governors is against the Central Cobblers tomorrow afternoon. Airtime is 1 o'clock on River 92.7 with Brian, and of course see it at the River 92.7 page. Everybody in AA boys basketball opening their seasons tonight. Brookings runs over Watertown in Brookings 54-32. Sioux Falls Lincoln holds off Sioux Falls Washington 60-56 was that final at Washington High School. Brandon Valley knocks off fourth-ranked O'Gorman 57-51. Rapid City Central over Aberdeen Central and Aberdeen 57-52. Mitchell beats Huron at the Huron Arena 75-57. Yankton, good win for the Bucks, knocking off second-ranked Harrisburg in Harrisburg 66-61. And Spearfish wins their opener 64-44 over Belfouche. And that's the AA basketball scoreboard on this opening night for boys play for all AA teams in the season. Stevens now 1-1. Aberdeen Central comes here tomorrow afternoon, and the Governors go to Rapid City Central. Again, our time tomorrow is 1:30. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to think twice and slow down in case of ice. Thanks to Athletic Director Jared Vasquez here at Stevens High School. Thanks also to Caleb Brozick for handling the video, and to our studio coordinator, Haley Hansen. I'm David Burrell. How's that for a start? The Pierre Governors led by as many as 20 tonight. They led from start to finish. They break an 8-game losing streak to Stevens. They win their season opener for the first time in a while, and they go for a 2-0 start tomorrow. The final score, one more time on the Wagner Auto scoreboard in Rapid City, was Pierre 58, Stevens 46. Again, we're with you 1:30 tomorrow afternoon from Naz Gym at Rapid City Central High School for the Governors and the Cobblers. Until then, thanks for listening. ABC News and more classic country and music of the season next. Have a great weekend and good night from Rapid City.